I'm sorry, but how stupid is Santa Claus? Like, honestly, how do you see your elves building something like this and think, oh yeah, that's a present for little Timmy. He was good this year. And not, oh no, that's the kind of thing that gets built to overthrow a government. And guess what, Nicholas? You're that government. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Totally Accurate Battle Simulator, that game where year-round elves have been handing out gifts full of pain, regardless of whether you've been good or bad. And like, it was funny at first, but now I'm starting to recognize it as a bit of a problem. You know, maybe old Mr. Claus doesn't quite have a handle on his Arctic sweatshop anymore. So it might be time for us to grab some firepower, roll up north, and see if we can straighten out these pygmy present peddlers. Now, normally this would be the kind of thing that's pretty hard to pull off in tabs, but fortunately for us, the holiday mod actually comes with a holiday campaign, starting us off in a level called Evergreen Escapade. And you see, this is exactly what I'm talking about. This is a problem. You can't just have these pointy-eared, pointy-toed, pointy-hatted idiots running around wielding Christmas like a weapon. We gotta put a stop to it. I think I've got just the thing in mind. You know, like they are wearing polyester pants and wielding tinseled trees, very flammable, and they live in the Arctic, so they're probably not used to this kind of heat. Even though I don't know why I act like that's the case. A guy from Florida wearing a rubber suit would still be pretty vulnerable to fire. Okay, ladies, I know it's a little slippery out here, but good job anyway. You just gotta make sure you don't get batted by a spruce tree. It's not that hard. What is going on in the North Pole right now? This is a level called March of the Toys. And like, you can tell it's real cold up here because even the nutcrackers are shivering. They're blue in the face, their little wooden teeth chattering. And, again, like, if they're made of wood, which they should be, if they're strange little flesh golems, then that's gonna be a lot more concerning. But I get the feeling I could use some more literal and figurative firepower. You know, these flaming skeletal archers, they may be just a touch out of season, but it's never too late for some Halloween cheer. Oh yeah, how do you guys like that? They fall apart? Oh, that's super cool. I don't like how they scream, but oh, you guys thought you could be clever. You're diving into the river to avoid the fire. Unfortunately, it's frozen over. Have any of them fired their strange little star rifles yet? I don't think they did. Which is honestly more concerning than anything, you know? Like, maybe they're decorative, because they themselves are decorative. But maybe they're also just a distraction. You know, they close the distance, drop the rifle, and then, well, quite literally crack your nuts. Moving on to a level called Decorating, and I've got to admit, those not-so-wobbly horses in the back are concerning me. Because there's no way that they just kind of teeter-totter their way over to us, right? There's got to be some kind of trick involving decorations. And I'm running out of ways of catching all these idiots on fire, so maybe we try more of a legitimate battle strategy? You know, we could use some shields in the front, put sarissas behind them, and some hoplites behind them. Yeah, liking the way that looks. Let them come to us. We'll fight them on the choke point. Oh, they actually do just kind of seesaw their way across our dead body. Are you kidding me right now? And they throw lights? Wait, hold on. I think they throw Christmas lights and bind my units. Okay, that's a real problem. Well, I've only got $2,500. Do you think that'd be enough to buy one Snuffy, please? He's perfect for this, right? Because he's too tall to care about getting smacked by a tree, and he's too wide to have lights wrap around him. And then maybe we can back him up with, like, I'm thinking a snake archer? It's the perfect amount of money, and the snake is the opposite. It's too small to hit with a tree and too thin to have lights coil around it. So hopefully that helps at all. I'm not seeing any lights. Okay, seeing a bit of a problem with my strategy. Can we maybe run that one back? I refuse to believe that Snuffy just got home run batted out of left field by a tree. Maybe it was just a fluke? Because they didn't do that with any of my smaller units, and yeah, you see, now they're struggling. Now they're just getting turned into elf paste. This was more so what I was looking at. And I don't know what happened to the snake archer, but I guess it doesn't really matter. Snuffy's got everything under control. I'm not seeing any lights wrap around him. What's wrong? You guys forgot to bring your extension cords? He's having a little bit of an issue navigating. There we go. Just throw the weight around, Snuffy. You got this. There's one more over here. Snuffy, Snuffy, come on. I know you. You take a little bits of damage at a time, and then you just kind of fall over tired, but okay, you pulled this one down. Thank you. I'm honestly not sure what to make of this one. It's called Stars Above. And do you think they mean like the stars on the end of the nutcracker guns? Or does it have something to do with the piggyback stack in the back that we haven't seen before? I mean, I guess in all reality, it doesn't matter because I've got a bit of a theme for this level myself. We're gonna go with a couple of prisoners. And then the prisoners are gonna get backed up by executioners. And then they're gonna be accompanied by bishops. It's very, like, forgiveness, redemption themed. You know, that's a part of the holidays, right? Put the Christ back in Christmas. And I'm definitely concerned with what the Christ that was. Was that you guys? Wait, oh, would you look at that? They throw their tiny bells and they grow? What kind of Rita Repulsa crap is that? I mean, fortunately the executioners seem to not care all that much, so that tells me you three are not gonna be great at hand-to-hand combat. Then again, I guess you do have a whole lot of hands. I mean, like the executioners are swinging around an axe that's the size of a van door, so you would expect something to come of it, but at the same time, they're really bad at aiming the thing. You'd swear it's just a rock on the end of a pool noodle because they are not hitting their targets all that much. I don't even know what the bishop does. Like, what that crucifix does? Are they healing anybody? I guess we'll never know. It doesn't matter because redemption wins. I should have figured where there's one, there's clearly gonna be more. Hey, could you guys maybe stop humping the back of each other's heads? Especially in a level called Jingle All the Way, you're supposed to be jingling your bells, not jingling your balls. Well, as those three work the holiday spirit out of each other, I'm kinda curious about what this is. It looks like it's a shadow of something over here. Oh. Secret unit? We've got a holiday secret unit. I bet you it's gonna be cozy. Or not. The S'more Night? I mean, credit where credit's due, that is really cool. He's like a little marshmallow guy, and he's got chocolate armor and a cookie shield and a frozen hot chocolate sword, and most importantly, a menorah helmet, which means not Christmas. Santa holds no power over these Hanukkah creatures, therefore I get to use them. As long as they can avoid getting crushed. You guys wouldn't crumble that easily, right? You got such soft, sugary insides. Here we go. And they're wearing helmets. That should kind of help against the concussion, maybe? Come to think of it, chocolate probably doesn't make the greatest armor. They are gigantic, though. They really are just like candy golems, but you wouldn't expect them to be as tall as 3 elves on top of each other's shoulders. I just gotta try to kill them. That's the big, there we go. Don't let them jingle their bells at you. Come on, you guys got this under control. Maybe those bells are absolutely ridiculous. I need to point out once again, make note of whatever that thing is. We need to go take a look at that thing whenever we're done slaughtering the elves. Come on, we're so close. Don't let the bell jingle. You got this, yes! That's good. I don't think that they can jingle when they're separated. They might need all of the power of the 3 elves on top of one another. Okay, that was way too close. I came to this little Christmassy lot to pick out a tree, but instead I found myself a snow cannon. I think I may have found that at just the perfect time because we have a level called Off the Shelf, where the elves are now prepared for a bit of a snowball fight. Unfortunately for them, I have the equivalent of a snow howitzer. I'm not really sure how this is gonna end up being at all fair, but I can't wait to, oh, the bells. I didn't think about the bells. Okay, so they don't really, like, throw snow. They throw blizzards that freeze and destroy everybody. The only problem is they are still easily crushed by the giant bells. Oh, good hit. Oh, great hit. That might actually get the job done. Possibly? Oh crap, no, you gotta get up. You're so close. That's it, wheel it around. Okay, I'm not gonna say that he's hacking, but that definitely seemed a little sus. To be honest, $1,000 seems like an absolute steal for this unit. Right, so much so that I want to run it back just to get a better look at what happened. We'll throw out a couple of present elves to absorb the bells. But it seems like not only do they hit a target with whatever their projectile is, but it then kind of converts into a blizzard, and then the blizzard rains down snowflakes that freezes the enemy. It's just ridiculous. Also, the present elves proving how overpowered they are by just summoning random strong Halloween units. I mean, they're the ones that caused this whole problem in the first place. Well, this is a weird one. It's a level called Blizzard, and all we have are a bunch of ice-bending women and what looks like they're ice-bending pimp. What's the deal here, my guy? Are you hooking up Santa? You trying to ruin that marriage? Giving him a bit of a stocking to stuff, if you know what I mean? I don't really appreciate that. That's kind of ruining Christmas. How am I gonna approach this situation, though? I'm kind of penned in here. Maybe we can go with some units that are used to fighting in the cold. You know, a couple of berserkers, maybe some brawlers, ice archer or two. Oh, I got a lot of money, actually. We can even get, like, Jarls? Okay. Yeah, here we go. We'll fight ice with ice. Oh my god. They throw giant snowball. Okay. Maybe fighting ice with ice was a bit of a mistake because this ice is the Jarl. Not to be confused with that ice, which is, I assume, the women? But I was more so concerned with this thing. Yeah, that's kind of insane. Especially for the smaller units. The Jarls, I mean, it's only tit height for them, so they don't particularly care, but you know, if a 6-foot-tall snowball rolled over and hit a hobbit, it'd be like an Indiana Jones moment. Well, this one is a little bit different. This is a level called Christmas Surprise. And I'm normally all for being surprised during Christmas, but, I mean, I guess I could technically peek. You know, I could use the free cam to look in all the little nooks and crevices to see what's waiting for me, but maybe I should be surprised, in the spirit of things, and I can do a little surprising back. You know, it's not just about receiving, but also about giving. They won't expect vampires up here. Even though I would imagine it's nighttime most of the time, so they should do pretty well for themselves. A couple of skeleton archers, they've already proven themselves today. And what could I get for like $500 that would fit? Oh, a Valkyrie. Yeah, there we go. Should be able to avoid that rolling snowball if you're a couple of feet off the ground. Ingenious. Oh, they've got cavalry approaching from the south. And what looks like some tree trimmers coming out of the woods. They're all getting sucked. Oh, and the snowball pimp definitely ate it. Or was eaten. Yeah, you see? I feel good about being surprised and surprising. That's what this is all about. Nothing could have prepared me this morning to face off against a little gingerbread army with their house catapults. And like, part of me can understand why they would want to rebel against Santa. You know, they may not be put to work making toys, but they are frequently eaten. That being said, they are gonna have to get back in line, and I need myself a unit that's got a bit of an appetite. Like maybe the raptor? I can promise you it'll be difficult to hit all these raptors with houses. You know, they're not exactly the Wicked Witch. That should get the job done. Oh my god, that is so cool. Oh. Oh, you clever cookies. They've got more gingerbread men in the house. Oh, that sucks. And they reload? How am I supposed to beat this? It's like a constantly replenishing army. You know what, we've already tapped into some other holidays to help. You know, we had a little Halloween, a little Hanukkah. Maybe we could try a touch of Valentine's Day? Throw out a half dozen cupids, and then these gingerbread men can literally go f themselves. Assuming that these shields don't protect them. No, yeah, get in there. You know you want to be really dry humping that catapult. Absolutely no milk. Oh, you're done? Oh no. No, guys, keep firing, okay? They're all gingerbread men, so you know that if you get enough arrows off, things are gonna get weird and aggressive. I didn't realize that they explode into candy canes. That being said, Valentine's Day, oh, it always was an inferior holiday. I'm gonna be honest, I'm getting a little fed up with these cutthroat cookies throwing their houses at me. Everything is getting smushed, but there's something over here that I might be able to use, something that could help me out. Like a jolly bot? I'm sorry, but how stupid is Santa Claus? Like, honestly, how do you see your elves building something like this and think, oh yeah, that's a present for little Timmy. He was good this year. And not, oh no, that's the kind of thing that gets built to overthrow a government. And guess what, Nicholas? You're that government. I mean, fortunately, finders keepers, it's mine now, and I'm gonna be using it to wage civil war against the elves. I've got myself a cannon full of goodwill toward man and a Gatling gun full of cheer, as long as we can stop getting our bells rung. Really starting to get sick of those things. That's not good. I don't think that the mech can get a concussion, but the driver is definitely having a hard time. Are you dead? No, you're very much alive. Could you maybe, like, shit or get off the pot? Because you're screwing up my plans right now. Is he freezing to death? Oh, I was gonna say he's slow because of all the ice, but now I think, yeah, he's bits. That explosion was violent. Oh, you see, this is the problem when you go with not quite elves. They're just not quite the killers that you're hoping for. Militia versus trained army, that kind of thing. Oh, that mech is so cool and so underwhelming. I guess just because the bells kind of ruin things. Oh, let me guess. You guys hammered a hobbit so hard that he's stuck underneath the snow? And now what, you're all gonna jingle your balls on top of each other? Okay, well, I think we're done here. Well, unfortunately, I can't use the mech here when it would be far more helpful because it costs too much. Stupid campaigns and their limitations. I'm also incapable of using a tank. Okay, yeah, that's a real wet fart on my parade. Maybe the wizard would be able to get the job done? If we could make those catapults spin a little bit, that would help a whole bunch. I'm not sure if ranged units are the best way of going about things, though. We might need melee units and like a lot of them. because the little cookie shields are actually quite powerful. Okay, Gandalf just took a house off the dome and shook it off, did not care. The cookies are spinning out. Come on, Gandalf, you got this. You're an old man with a long white beard. You love cookies, right? Isn't that how this works? Aren't you supposed to be able to rip through these things? Oh my god, it's like I said, they just keep multiplying. There's so friggin' many of them. This looks like a scene from Shrek, come to think of it. Not what I was hoping for. I need more units, and I need them to move fast, but I can only afford one wobbly horse, or at least one useful wobbly horse. I guess I could technically also get the lasso, and then I mean, maybe we get lucky with a little dynamite. There's like a 69% chance I blow myself up with the dynamite, though. I really just want the horses to get in on top of these catapults, just like that. They took one down. Okay, that's the best we've seen so far. Don't worry about the cookies, they're just gonna multiply. You gotta be going after the catapults. Okay, you know what, maybe I will assume control. I don't know if I can assume control. I can assume control of the driver, but not the horse. Okay. Yeah, you see, the horse is the problem. Oh, I just had an idea. We need the shadow walkers. Right, because they should be able to easily get behind enemy lines. They'll just kind of animate, disappear, reappear behind you as nothing personal, kid, and then take out at least one or two of the catapults. And then maybe something like the Mad Mechanic can cook them? I like that idea. Yeah, okay, let's go with this. I need them to teleport to the right places. Yes, that's exactly where I need you. Inside the catapults. Okay, we got all of them? Most of them? Come on, crisp him up real good. It worked! I can't see because I'm staring at the ass or the back of a head, or I think the back of a head of a snowman. I don't know, they're both the same. But yeah, that was flawless. Shadow Walker is the key. Well, that's interesting. This is a level called S'more Table. And I'm wondering, if I hadn't found this secret unit, would I have been able to face off against them in this level? I don't really know how that works. Either way, I've got like a decent amount of money, and I kind of want to try something like the Void Monarch, like one big unit in the middle, and see if it can transform. I could even do a couple of Shadow Walkers just to delay long enough. Because I don't want to eat that gigantic frozen chocolatey sword. I just want to take like a little bit of damage, just enough so that he goes Super Saiyan. There we go, that's the good stuff. Now who's the little guy? Holy crap. He just cut through them like, I was gonna say a hot knife through butter, but I guess a hot knife through marshmallow works. Well, isn't that just great? All the confectionaries are teaming up on me. They're joining forces in a level called Baker's Dozen. And you know what? I feel like it's only fair that I get the Jolly Bot out there. Because I want to see more of it. And like I said, it's finders keepers, but also maybe it's just the case that I'm starting to recruit some of the elves to my side. You know, they don't all want to be part of the rebellion. Sooner rather than later, they're gonna have to switch over. We can use some fireworks, some samurais, some monks. I don't know, they're really all just gonna watch the Jolly Bot go to work. Because I think the left arm is the one that's firing giant presents, and then the right arm seems to be shooting little explosive toys, maybe? Either way, these guys better start worrying right about now, because I don't think the cookies are gonna get the job done. This is why I wanted him in the previous level, because like it's like throwing a gingerbread house at a normal person. Like if I took a gingerbread house and threw it at you, you wouldn't be all that concerned. I mean, other than for my mental health, but yeah, you see, that was just a cakewalk. Ooh, that's a good one. There's no way that's Santa Claus, right? Not only because Santa has claws, or at least mine did, but like he's blue. It's an elf in disguise. This is the usurper. This is the guy who's trying to take over the North Pole for the elves. So we're gonna have to put him in the ice, but I think I'm probably gonna save that for another episode. We're almost done with the campaign, but I know there are more Christmassy secret units and stuff to do, so if you guys wanna see more holiday tabs, be sure to leave a like in the video, leave a comment letting me know, and maybe I'll return to try some of these units for myself. But thanks so much for watching this video, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.